Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next movie review for Halloween month of October. And next I'll be reviewing is a film that I gotta say I haven't heard of this group. Well, not a real life group though, but from back in the day, like the late '60s, and which I'm surprised which I never heard. I haven't heard of these guys, but they were created by Hanna-Barbera Productions, and that is of the Banana Splits movie. And the Banana Splits. So they're created by Hanna-Barbera Productions, which Hanna-Barbera helped do like the classic cartoons like Scooby-Doo or the Flintstones or the Jetsons and etc. Right? But the Banana Splits were actually were a TV show from back in the late '60s. They ran from what, '68 to '70. I hadn't heard of this, and I was like, after watching this, I had to look it up from back then. Which, yeah, there were actually an actual group with these same characters here. This one's here called Bingo. One's called what was it, Snorky, or is it Snorky? This one I think is called Fleagle. I think this one is called, I forget the other one was called. Fleagle I think one was named the dog, and Drooper was the dog, and Fleagle was the like the lion type one. Okay, yeah. So, and then also they decided to turn this into a horror movie. A kid-friendly TV show right from back then, but all of a sudden they decided to make this into a horror film, and which I guess it kind of angered some people, some fans of the show from back then, I guess. But it's a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I guess it's some positive reviews, I could say. But I don't mind the movie. Like I said, I don't mind it. Because I think for especially the lead woman who plays the lead mom, named, what was it, Dani Kind. Yeah, Dani Kind, who plays the lead, like the mother. I thought she did a good job. Going from mom to being badass mom, you can say. And I think the practical effects and the gore were pretty well done. I mean, here these guys are supposed to be animatronic robots, though, but obviously they're just guys in suits, right? So, even though they're supposed to be they're trained robots. But the gore, I thought, was well done. Get some pretty decent, gruesome kills, you could say. And although you can find that the theme, tra la la la, all that stuff. The theme for that was, you can see it's kind of catchy. You can say tra la 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 la. Almost kind of makes it like the Christmas song, fa la 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 la. But I have don't mind. There were some issues with it. Yes, I mean some of the characters I didn't. A lot of the characters I didn't care for. Other than the mom, maybe the older son, because in the film the mom has an older son, but then she had remarried with the guy who also had a little boy too. So, but the older son by blood, you can say. Although he speaks kind of low though, but by the end of the movie he kind of picked up by it. He picked himself up, you can say. But other characters I just didn't care for, though. But the bananas. But the thing is, that they wanted to make this like into a horror film because they kind of got inspiration because they want to do this more like they want to do like Five Nights at Freddy's, which at the time there's I think they're still trying to make a movie of the movie of Five Nights at Freddy's though. But I will say that there are some differences though. But there's another film that it was kind of like, like dealing with killer robotic animals, which I thought was a lot better, and I love the film, and that is a Willy's Wonderland. I think I did think the film did it better, because I think the woman who played the mom, Dani right here, I thought she did pretty good, but she's not Nicolas Cage. Because Nicolas Cage kicked ass in Willy's Wonderland. I mean, I love Willy's Wonderland. Although I did say though, some of the actions when Nicolas Cage fights the robots kind of a little bit short though, and some of the kills were not overall that big. I mean, you see one guy got stabbed, and the sheriff, the woman got torn in half. But the other ones are just like, like you see a little bits of blood when they get bit, when they're getting bite on or something, So, but I think that by comparison, the gore was much more efficient here than was in Willy's Wonderland, though. But it's one of the very few issues I have with Willy's Wonderland, though, because I love that movie, and I think it's a much better movie, though, on a technical level. If you'll make by comparisons, though. But Willy's Wonderland I love, and yes, this film does edge that movie out by more practical gore, though. But still, I love Willy's Wonderland regardless. That's how much praise I give that film, because it had a lot of, I like the atmosphere look into the movie. Nicolas Cage, the animatronic robots acting more like robots inside, more like, because these even though they said even though there are robots though, but they're men in suits. But those acted more like robots in Willy's Wonderland, like Willy and others. But anyway, getting to the story here. We get a live show of the Banana Splits, and singing their songs, doing their routine, and their robots, which were made by this guy by the name of Carl, who made them. And then all of a sudden, we have this boy by the name of Harley, who's a big fan of the show, especially for Snorky, the elephant. The elephant here. And got tickets to see an audience taped, a live audience show. And the mom, you have the mom, you have the older stepson. Well, it goes both ways, And you have Harley then his dad, which the dad named Mitch, who's a complete jackass, which he does get his he get his turn later on, so which is nice to see though. But there's a whole lineup of people right outside to see the show, and then before the show was started, like Carl, the inventor who made these robots, was like doing more tinkering with them, like with one of them, like programming them in. And all of a sudden, they starts turning red, saying that the show must go on. And then part of that, the show is being canceled, even despite getting good ratings. Though, like the guy who the lead editor or whatever, he's like, "Oh, but these are old shows; they're too old. We want to see something more hip, more thriving, basically." And there's a guy who works on the stage with the guys. His name is Stevie. He's a jerk too. Like, he plays his character on stage though, but behind he's just a drunken bastard, And he tells, when he hears about the cancellation, he tells the our four guys here, say, "Oh, the show's been canceled, ha ha ha," And then by this time the machines are corrupted. And the one of them, it sticks a big lollipop down the guy Stevie's throat, and you see like the big his throat start swelling up because the whole thing, that lollipop's being shoved down his throat. That's a pretty good gory effect, pretty decent gory effects. Well done. And then when they're doing the show, after that, some people stay behind while because they got the special tour. There was this one tourist whose dad was with who's with his daughter, who wants to make her be a star. And the guy, the father, just keeps on pushing and keeps on pushing it, and until he gets his face set on fire by a Fleagle. You know, one of those spraying cans you set on fire, right? It's the CG on that was not that great, so I'll give it that on that one. But and I think it was also I think this film was released direct to video, and also that what is it, Sci-Fi that wanted to make a premiere? Oh, well, it's definitely easily better than anything on Sci-Fi. I mean, just because Sci-Fi is known for having their very, very horrendous, cheap CGI in all their movies. Terrible. Easily better than this. Or Willy's Wonderland, for that matter, on anything for Sci-Fi. But, and then, like some decent, like I said, there's some very decent kills, like I said, decent gory kills. Like, the guy Steve got that lollipop shoved down his throat, and then the father, which he got his face burned, but he didn't die, though. Him and this woman who works on the show, they get put into this obstacle course, you know, which was part of the show, and then the father, gets like gets stabbed in the back by a key by Droopy, you know, like turning the key in the back, you know, and he falls into this pit, and then same with the lady, but then she gets her face bashed in by a hammer. Pretty decent gore effects, you know, like I said, And then, all with the other people, like there's this couple who does like live stream videos. Like the guy proposed to his girl, live, and then Droopy comes in and puts that guy in one of those magic saw in half boxes. Well, the guy puts the guy in there, and then he grabs the whole of the girl, and both of them take that saw and cut the guy in half. Pretty, like I said, gore effect. When he opens up the box, nothing but the guy's been cut in half literally, and his insides are out. Which reminds me of that in Leprechaun 3, which I wasn't big on though, but the same thing, like the guy, the magician Fazio, Fazio, not the Fonz from Happy Days, no, Fonzio. The magician from Leprechaun 3, where he gets cut in half literally in front of a whole audience. That was a decent gore effect. I'll give it that in Leprechaun 3, though. But also, same thing here in Banana Splits movie. And so, then all the remaining kids, they all get taken, put in this cage, because they say the show must go on, right? And that's when the mom, because before that she finds out that her husband was cheating on her on his phone, and then by the time when they see all these crazy machines are going haywire, you know, she now becomes badass mom, and then she just flips one of them off the catwalk, you know, was bingo. And then the girl who her boyfriend was killed, she like loses it because after when the kids get let go free, the Carl gets put in that cage, but then the girl opens it because she dons one of the suits that was in the process of being made. One was called Owlie. Well, it was supposed to be like an owl, right? But she puts the mask and the claws on, and then uses the claw and just kills the guy Carl, who made those things, and just. Now at that point, she lost it, and then all the group has to remain to survive, and then and rescue all those children because they find a hallway with all these other dead bodies that were in this hallway. Which actually was the audience from earlier, though, but they all killed all the audience from all the parents, though, except for the kids, because they get pulled hostage in this boiler room, and they witness another kill, like with the guy who's like the head honcho of the studio. He gets put on this big spinning wheel, and then when he lands in this, pointing at this one word, and it says "split," banana split. So the two robots, they go and really tear off the guy's limbs off. All the children to watch this, and then Harley and the little girl and the other girl who was with the father from earlier, they go down there and they see all the because by this point the boy Harley finds Snorky, basically makes him a good guy, turns him into a good guy, which I thought was kind of different, you know, like an evil robot that's been killing people, which you didn't see Snorky kill people yet though. But it's supposed a supposedly evil robot now become a good guy, and then all the kids are being strapped in. Like I said, they see the guy head or guy being torn into pieces. Snorky gives the boy keys to all the other children who've been chained to their chairs. And yes, I was thinking something else. And then afterwards, the mom finds the kids. So it was a brother and this other woman named Paige, who the older brother kind of likes, and they'll run outside and they see well, one of them was Bingo who got put back together after being the one being felled off the the catwalk, and then you get Snorky fighting Bingo, a robot fight, but then both of them eventually get destroyed. Like Bingo clubs first, and then Snorky, even though before he comes to saying he'll always be my favorite, and he dies. And then after everything has happened, after all the ambulance and whatever, they all leave. Then the stupid husband, the asshole husband, you can say, he gets left behind. But not before the girl. Forget her name. The girl. Poppy is her name. Poppy. Who lost it at this point, wearing the mask and the claws and all that. She goes and runs the guy over, which was nice because the guy was an asshole. So you love to see him get killed. But he gets run over. While the girl Poppy, she's lost, is singing the song tra la 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 while she's driving away in this motorcycled car carrying the other the robotic remains of the other robots. But the Banana Splits movie, like I said, I did not hate it. Though one of the problems I have, one of the problems I have, some of the characters where I thought was annoying and didn't care from. The gore was pretty good, like I said. The lead woman, played by Dani Kind, I thought she did a good job as the mom. The other one they should have was I wish in the middle could have been 20 minutes being cut out of it, because you could at least say how it opens up with them getting an invitation to this birthday party, you know, and then they show up, you know. Then that's when things go haywire since then. Could have let 30 minutes in this movie, or was it 20 minutes? I think it was around there. Could have been cut out though to shorten it. Even though it's only 89 minutes though, but even without the credits, it'd be about almost 83 minutes or whatever at most. So, but the Banana Splits movie, like, for characters I'd never heard of. Well, I know Hanna-Barbera because of Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones, whatever. But this is an under the radar type of movie where these Hanna-Barbera characters were on their own TV show. They were friendly and all that stuff until they decided to make a horror movie about them. So, but overall, I did not. I like the Banana Splits movie. Sorry, it was very decent enough. Like I still prefer rather than just CG and everything nowadays. I prefer people in suits or real prosthetic makeup. Which I was getting confused with something else again. But I enjoy yeah. I would say more or less I liked the movie. But like I said, hey, for a friend, for a friend, you know, you can say, the the film, like, I think it had as a TV show adaptation from the show. I think it was. But then but the Banana Splits movie, I did like overall, so I didn't hate the movie. So, plus the gore was good. The practical suits and other gore makeup gore was pretty good too. Dani Klein plays a mom. Like I said, she did a good job. Like I said, and Danny White. But overall, I did like the Snowman. Why did I say that? That movie. See, I'm about to fall asleep. It's affecting my brain. I said the wrong movie. Let alone I said a terrible movie. The Snowman. I was reminding. Oh, well, why did I say that the first Snowman? That's a terrible movie anyway with Michael Fassbender. I meant to say the Banana Splits movie. Jesus Christ. The reason why you see me yawn a lot because I'm starting to fall asleep here. I do apologize for that. Like I said, no one wants to see me yawn or fall asleep at the camera. So, but like I said, I did like the movie. Like I said, the things, the positives, the negatives, the things that I said. Oops. But overall, I did not mind the movie. I thought it was pretty decent. But yeah. But that's my review for the Banana Splits movie. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next movie review for Halloween month, and we'll see you next time.